Here we are for part 2 of this week's edition of Backpage Blues. I'm still joined by Charlie Skillen from the Mail Online.
Hello, mate. How are you?
All right?
Yeah, good.
Good. Right, this is a part of Backpage Blues where we answer your questions, and it's so popular. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Please do keep them coming in. We're going to attempt to answer as many of them as possible, so we may as well make a start. The first question that we're going to go for is Siad Kolasinak's question. Siad wants to know, essentially, do you think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be a starter in the Chelsea team next season?
No, I don't. I don't think he'll be a starter, but from everything Mourinho said this year, he will very much be involved in the squad. You know, I'd be very, very surprised if we didn't move 2 or even 3 midfielders on this year. I think he will be a permanent member of the squad, whether that means coming off the bench, playing in the cup games. But, you know, certainly for the, you know, if we're playing Man United away, I don't think Loftus-Cheek is going to start.
But I suppose the fact that the door will be open to him, it's up to him whether he steams through that door or the door closes.
Yeah, of
So
course.
the door's ajar. He will have some game time, some liaisons with the first team. It's up to him to then make the place his own.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, Ocean's Labradorite has asked, you know, I mean, once John Terry goes, do you think we'll have any English players in the first 11?
This is a problem. This is a problem. I'm not one of those people who kind of bang on about playing the kids. I think that the best players should play, and that's why I'd love to sign a player like Sterling because we know he's a proven Premier League player. My issue is, I think that it's people who have come through the youth, through our academy, who understand the fibre of Chelsea Football Club, who understand what it means to be a Chelsea player, and they sort of have a connection that resonates with the fans. Yeah. That is what matters, and I really, really strongly believe that we need somebody like that in the first 11. And that is a fear. That is something I'm worried about, and that's why I really do hope that Mourinho keeps his promise about playing the likes of Loftus-Cheek, because without that, you're just being harsh. You're just 11 mercenaries.
Yeah, well, possibly. I mean, personally, I think we've had foreign players that have proven themselves not to be mercenaries as well. But, you know, not just kind of that thing, which I completely agree with, by the way. You've got also homegrown rules, which, you know, is getting ever more important. The likes of Cahill could leave. Man City are... come on, mate. The likes of Man City are facing these problems as well.
My issue with it, though, Charlie, it isn't the rules that makes me want homegrown players. It's people understanding the makeup and the DNA of Chelsea. And for that reason, I really strongly believe that we need people coming through the academy. Talking of English players who may have been mercenaries, Wayne Bridge, Adnan Chowdhury basically wants to know what Wayne Bridge is up to these days, and let's have a little chat about his Chelsea career. Charlie, talk to me. How do you feel about Wayne Bridge?
Well, he's retired. That's what he's up to now. He's his job is
about 10 years too late.
His job is being married to Frankie from the Saturdays, which you know
must be a chore.
There are worse jobs out there. His Chelsea career, I was never a huge fan of him. I don't think he was that good. In fact, you know, that spate of signings we had when Abramovich's money first came in, you know, I think we could have done a lot better, if we're all honest. You know, the likes of Veron and you know,
Glenn Johnson.
Exactly. Precisely. And, you know, that was borne out when Mourinho came in and Bridge really lost his place in the side to Gallas playing at left back.
Yeah, he lost his place to centre half.
Yeah, exactly. Having said that, I think, you know, I'm sure you'll agree that Wayne Bridge gave me one of the greatest Chelsea moments ever by scoring with 3 minutes to go against Arsenal in the Champions League.
Do you know, I've got very strong feelings on Wayne Bridge. I think he is a Burke, to be completely honest with you. I think it's pathetic the way he dealt with certain situations. But talking solely about his Chelsea career, that evening at Highbury, I wasn't in the clock end. I was in they had an added bit,
around the side,
which sort of I suppose it was their West Stand. But yeah, that night was incredible. And the reason that Wayne Bridge is so important to Chelsea is because that goal, I'm convinced, that goal stopped Arsenal winning the Champions League. Yeah. That goal stopped Arsenal winning the Champions League. So without that goal, we wouldn't be the only club in London with the European Cup. So
I mean, we should have won it that year, but
we should have won it that year. But Ranieri played Hasselbank right back or something in Monaco, didn't he? Yeah. But yeah, I think that contribution will forever be in Wayne Bridge's debt. But
absolutely,
very, very few other contributions.
Just flashing forward to the present, Joel Marshall is he's worried about us signing Jordan Henderson.
I worry as well. What's happened to Jordan Henderson, by the way? How has he cultivated this image of being a hard man? Have you noticed that?
No,
Jordan Henderson has basically given himself a comb over and decided he's rock solid. Where's that come from? Yeah.
Pots and kettles. You know, I actually think Henderson's a very good player. I think he's Liverpool's best player. The rumours about him leaving Liverpool, you know, and signing for Chelsea. I mean, I don't think Chelsea will be interested in him. I think he's going to stay at Liverpool. That said, he's rejected an £80,000 a week contract there.
Liverpool's transfer policy seems to be completely up the creek at the moment. Steven Gerrard has said that he would have stayed if they offered him, whether they want that or not. He said that he would have stayed. Yeah. Jordan Henderson has got the opportunity to leave if he wants. Raheem Sterling has given an interview. What are they doing in the boardroom?
Well, no. Personally, I think Liverpool and Henderson himself see Henderson as the future of Liverpool's midfield. I don't think he'll be coming to Chelsea. So while I do think he's a good player, I don't think Joel needs to worry about that one.
Do you know what Joel has also said? Sorry, Joel. I've just realised that you've also asked, you've mentioned Koke and Douglas Costa. You're clearly not a Backpage Blues regular. We covered all of that last week. So if you want to know how we feel about Costa and Koke, check last week's Backpage Blues. It will be there. I think we've probably only got time for one more, Charlie. So very quickly, Will Green wants to know, what would you rather see us achieve next season, the Premier League or the European Cup? What would you rather win?
Both.
Both. I completely agree. Will Green, I think both is the only answer I can give, and I believe it will happen. We'll have a double. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, guys, comment below, get your questions in. We'll do our best to answer them next week. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. We are the biggest Chelsea channel on YouTube. Cheers for watching.